Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody who's watching on the instant replay. We're baking live tonight. We're actually just prepping our pie crust for Christmas Day. So that way that eliminates one step that we have to do. So just a minute or two, we're gonna get started up here. We're on a live stream right now. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching the instant replay the day after, or 2 days after, or 2 years after, really appreciate everybody. So I'm just getting set up here, making sure all of our cameras are on and working. Let's do this. Bear with me here through these technical difficulties. Okay, we'll get all these items working here. Okay, almost. Get all these set. Just have to figure out here how to turn on the comments so I can see comments going here. I know I'll find the setting in a second, so just bear with me here. May have to exit out and start back in. That may be the best way to go. There we go. This may be working now. Okay, now we're working. Now we've got the settings correct. We'll be able to get started on our pie crust. It doesn't take too long to do the pie crust, but I like to have it ready in time for Christmas Day. And I am doing a Christmas dinner in a couple of days. That way people are going to be able to follow along and see exactly how I do things from beginning to end. And that means cook time, prep time. So it's not going to be on Christmas Day, but it's going to be like a second Christmas, an early Christmas, where you're going to be able to watch me do pie, make pie, turkey, stuffing, gravy, cranberry sauce, appetizers already prepped in the freezer. The ones that I've used phyllo pastry for anyways. I may make one more on actual second Christmas Day. So let's get started. I want to make sure that camera is working. We're going to get our pie crust rolling, and then I'm going to make a dinner afterwards using leftovers. So we're going to make sure this camera is rolling and everything looks good on it. Looks good. We're there. Lighting looks okay, so welcome everybody, and let's get rolling. I'm even taking, I'll say, the easy way out tonight. I'm bringing out the big Balboski here, the food processor. And let's check that lighting a little bit more, maybe a little brighter. See if we can get it a little bit brighter in there, anyways. And then we'll get rolling here, okay? All right, I think we're at maximum brightness. Leftovers, more chicken leftovers, more rice leftovers. So let's get out the old kitchen scale here. We're gonna do, it's about 2.5 cups of flour, but it's about 300 grams, 310 grams. So let's make sure we're set. Zero that out and see where we get to for 310 grams. Nick, welcome. Welcome, first comment of the night, welcome. Just zeroing out the little scale here. I think we've got it. There we go. We're finally at 0. Oh my gosh. So the flour, it's a starter. I mean, if you could do some curls to start up and get that pre-baked pump on, never hurts. Right? Never hurts. But let's go. Let's see what we've got here. Hey, this one! My baker is here. I'm happy. I'm proud. I hope you're doing okay, buddy. Hang in there. Hang in there. And I want to say a special hello tonight to 2 little but big guests that may be watching the show. I'm just getting a 6th sense here, a spidey sense. They could be about this big and this tall, really strong. Hugh and Jimmy. Boom! Thanks for watching, boys. Now, I know your dad is the master baker, and I'm trying to make a nice pie crust. I'm not baking the pie tonight. I'm just getting the crust ready. I've got 2 in the freezer, but I want a couple more. It's always good to have a backup. So let's get this going here. Our flour. I'm looking for 310 grams. So let's see what we get out of this. Okay. Let's see what we get out of this one. That was just about 1.25 cups. Let's get that in there. Still need some more. We're not done yet. Well, if I'm making everyone's night, boom! Boom! Hugh and Jimmy! Welcome to the show. You boys are some of the longest viewers in history of the show, which is incredible. Let's keep going. Let's get to our 300 grams here. Now I've got to keep that on there too. Look at that. Almost like a pro. 318 grams. I was looking for 310. 8 grams over. Not bad. That could be a smidge. That could be a smidge. That could be the smidge right there. Let's see. 318. I'm happy with 318 is acceptable. 318 is acceptable. Okay. That's our flour, but you know, I don't think it's enough. Hey, Connor, welcome. Uncle Drew just gives a little extra boom in the kitchen, Hugh. It's almost like Emerald and his BAM. I've got the boom, he's got the BAM. He's growing on YouTube, and Emerald was one of my favorite chefs, watching him on the Food Network or Food Channel, whatever one wants to call it. And now he's coming strong on YouTube. I've actually seen a couple of his videos, and I've gone live right after making them. Fried chicken was one. I did the onion burger last night, and then I realized I forgot to add in the Worcestershire sauce. A little disappointed about that. So we've got our flour, 310 grams. It looks like it's about 2 cups anyway, so we made it. We made it. Just check the measurement again. It hasn't changed. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going a little bit more. Actually, I'm not in a state. Well, it could be the 51st state if you know what we're talking about. The 51st state is a possibility. Let's see what we get to here. I've added in a few extra grams. Sifted. 367. I'll take it. I'll take it. So it could be the 51st state up north. Flour done just like that. Pie crust is on the way. Oh, appreciate it. This one, Andy. Thank you so much. Oh, flour now. We need a little bit of sugar. Okay, just a little bit of sugar. Let's use the teaspoon. Do we have a teaspoon? We do. I'm going to put a teaspoon plus a little bit. There's a teaspoon plus a little bit of extra sweetness, but not too much. That would have been almost 2. So, boom. And Hugh, Jimmy, I'm going to try not to pound the table too much because I'll be honest here. My hand hurts when I do that, so we don't want to do that too often. I might have to get what I'm calling a boom pillow. A boom. So if I pound, I go boom, and it doesn't hurt as much. Okay, salt. Just a pinch, not a punch. There's my pinch right there. So that's, let's call it a half a teaspoon. Boom! That's it. Ingredients ready. We need some butter, though. We need some butter. Welcome, everybody, to the live stream. Welcome, whoever's watching on the instant replay. We're getting our pie crust ready for Christmas Day. And it's going to be Christmas Day number 2. I'm doing a full Christmas meal in a couple of days. Going to have some family over because I want to be able to go live on that Christmas Day, ahead of Christmas Day, so everybody watching who is fearful of preparing a Christmas dinner for a lot of people can see how I would do it. I'm going to go through everything, the agenda, and we're going to work backwards from the time everybody wants to eat the full dinner to appetizers, and then work backwards. And it all comes down to the turkey, what time the turkey goes in the oven, or what time the turkey has to go in the oven, so it can come out of the oven and rest. And because we're using the 22-year-old Betty Crocker oven, I've got to make sure I time everything right. Because once the turkey goes in, nothing else is going in. The oven's going to be locked up for about 3 hours. So I've got to have the pie in there before. If I'm making some bread or dinner rolls, we've got to make sure that's ready. Potatoes, vegetables, appetizers, all need to use the Betty Crocker oven. So I've got to be ready for this. Okay, that was a long talk on one breath. I need 1 cup of butter here. So let's go 1. I'm going from this side. 1 cup right there. Let's chop this down. The butter for pie crust has got to be cold. It can't be frozen, because then we're not going to be able to maneuver it. It's got to be cold though. I had it in the fridge. I have some ice water. You can see my cubes in there. We've got cold water. We don't want to handle this too much. Okay, I'm just going to chop the butter here into cubes right now, and then get it into the food processor so I can get 3 out of this one. and then dice it up. So we're cubing our butter. So now butter's set. Great. Let's move that aside. Got some plastic wrap there. Okay, and bring in the big Balboski. I love using this. I don't use it often, but when I do, I use KitchenAid. Is that what this is? Yeah, this is KitchenAid. So let's make sure it's working first. How about that? Power. We need power. See? I knew. We need power. There was something missing. It just didn't seem right. I hope that's off right now. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's just make sure. Okay, I think we're set. We're latched in. No, we're not plugged in over there. What the heck? What the heck? That just shows safety was first concern because I was unplugging everything ahead of time. Okay, now it better work. I would have had to mash this around by hand. Okay, here we go. Flour going in first. That would have been something to start off the show. Flour, sugar, and salt in. Now, butter. So you're going to see, I'm just going to pulse this up. I want to make this crumbly. I actually believe I need a little bit more flour. We'll see how it turns out, okay? Get a little wiperoo. Lock it in. That's from my friend Mike. He says lock it in. It means lock it in. And we'll pulse this thing to start. Just a little bit, we don't need too much. We're just trying to get it crumbly in there. I'm looking at my butter. We're not trying to handle it too much. I'll take a look-see, a little looky-loo. I'm going to use the back of my spoon here. I used to get the ruler in school. They don't do that anymore. You probably should, but anyway, that's crumbly. I'll tilt it so you can see it. In fact, you know what? I'm going to tilt you in. I want you to be able to see this. Exactly what? I hope the stove's not on. Otherwise I'm really in trouble. Okay, let's bring you up as high as I can. Let's tilt you down. I think we like it right around there, a little bit better. You can see how crumbly we are. We're crumbly. Okay. So now let's get some ice water. Okay, a little bit at a time. I added the cube in there and I didn't want to, so you know what we'll do? We're going to resort to this. I want it sticky, but not soaking wet. Okay, low pulse. Just enough to bind it. Okay? A little bit more. And then we'll probably hand knead it a little bit. I took out the wrong one. I didn't need the full one. A little bit more. A few tablespoons. And I'm using a half a teaspoon. So there are 2 more teaspoons going in and a half. Let's see how we do with that one. We need a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to pour it now. I'm going to pour it. My mom's probably saying no. Andy's saying no, don't do it. We did it. There we go, starting to come together. It's going to need more though. I should have just measured it out. But we're here now. We're in it. I mean, technically I measured it out in that glass, but okay, binding together. I think the rest of what's in there is going to work, minus the ice. Let's see. There we go, there we go. Come on, right there. Just kicked up a level right there. Okay, that's enough right there. Let's unlatch and unplug. Safety first. We'll move this away. And I'm going to have a little bit of flour. I may need a little bit of flour here. And let's wipe that counter so we're not... Oh, I almost lost the food processor. That was a close one. That would not have ended well with what I would have said if that thing went off the edge. Okay, now we can adjust our camera again. That was so close, and I just caught it. Welcome everybody who's watching the live stream. We're making pie crust in time for Christmas Day, and then we're going to be making a little dinner out of leftovers. So let's see how this turned out right here, okay? Take out that blade. Should be a little, oh, it's cold, we like that. And it's still a little sticky, so that's okay. I can add a little bit of flour, which will be fine and prepared. I hope not adorable green one. I've been known to do that though every so often. Let's get some flour down on the board. Right there. A little bit more on top. We're just going to hand knead this a little bit. Again, you don't want to handle that too much. And the beauty about the crumbly butter in there is that this will melt right inside when it's baking. Just a little bit, not too much on the hand kneading part, and then our pie crust is going to be done. I'm going to divide it in two, and then we'll be able to fold it into cylinders, okay? Make sure that's even, looks good, right in there, looks about even. I'm looking for my cutter. Right about there. So as I say, I've got 2 pie crusts in the freezer, but now I've got 2 more. So I have a backup, and that's just in case something goes wrong. So I'm just going to get this into a nice circle, and then I'm going to flatten it out. Welcome everybody to the live stream. We've got our pie crust first tonight. Press it down a little bit. Looks good. And then I'm going to be wrapping this up in plastic. Now, because I'm baking in a couple of days with this, in technically less than 48 hours, it's actually about 40 hours that I'll be baking. We're going to be able to wrap it up and just leave it in the fridge. Okay. Otherwise, you could certainly put it in the freezer. So there's number 1 done. Get that flour in over there. Get this one into circle. So by doing the pie crust today, even though I've got some in the freezer, this is eliminating 10 to 20 minutes worth of time on Saturday morning or Christmas morning, whenever you may be doing it. And then if you wanted to double your recipe, you could certainly double the recipe. So you have 4 pie crusts and pop a couple in the freezer. So if you're ever under pressure to get a dessert ready, you can always pull out a pie crust that you have in the freezer an hour before you need to use it. You'll be set. So that's it. We've got our 2 pie crusts done. Well, moonshine, no pie for you today. Maybe Saturday then. How about that? Okay, let's get our plastic wrap. And we're going to be able to make fresh pie for Christmas dinner number 2. So let's get this wrapped nice and tight. Go one way. And then we'll go this way as well. Keep all the air out. Okay, pie crust number 1 ready. Pie crust number 2. There we go. And that is tied and tight. So pie crust, just like that. A few minutes, not too long. Air out. Again, just form it up, nice circle. And then we're going to be able to roll this out when we need it. So that is our homemade pie crust done. Now, just a little wipe-a-rooney. And we're going to get on to making dinner using leftovers. And we already made it once, so I know this recipe is going to be fantastic with the chicken that I have on the leftovers. So let me pull that camera back a little bit, and let's get into dinner. Let's get into dinner right away. And this is something that you guys can do at home when you're cooking in the kitchen. Leftovers, they do not need to be boring by any means. If you have the ingredients and you're just making a brand new dish, that's what we want. We'll put these items away that we no longer need. The butter. we'll get a little space. And then I'll show you what we have for dinner tonight in the leftover circle is what we'll call it. How about that? Okay, let's put away our sugar and our flour. We don't need those anymore. Get a little space. Sugar going in. Perfect. Move everything that we're not using for the leftover dinner tonight. And now just a wipe-a-rooney. The hot plate is already heating up. Pie crust, just like that, done. Now we're on to dinner. Okay. Let's get that plate in there. So what we have, I have a few items here. So I have some leftover fajita veg still, onion, bell peppers, some good spice in there. I used a chipotle spice on that one. I have a couple of chicken thighs. Again, used chipotle spice on that as well. Let's get that out of the way. And then we still have the last bit of our rice. So let's make a chicken stir fry. But let's do it with a nice fried rice here. And I found this one too. Still, we're gonna use it all, whatever we can. This was on a plate. I still have some leftover chicken from the ultimate chicken sandwich that we made, some spinach, some onions, so I'm tossing it in. Whatever we can. Fridge cleanup night for dinner. We'll get an egg out. We'll make a nice fried rice. Okay, we've got that. Let's get some of that. We're heating up, so that's good. Let's get a knife. We should have a nice knife to use tonight. Dishes were done and clean. So chipotle chicken, where's that bone? Let's see here. What I'm going to do tonight though is I'm going to dice up the chicken as opposed to keeping it in strips. So again, leftovers are fine, but if you want to feel like you're having a brand new dish, if you've got chicken, you've got some rice, why not do it that way? Make it feel like you just had a new meal, but with all the same items that you already had. That's good. Let's pull it apart. A little bit easier than figuring out where that bone is. Just make sure we get all the nice chicken out of there. Welcome everybody. We've already made our pie crust for Christmas Day. That was the title of tonight's live session. So let's chop this. We're going to dice it up as best we can and then add it to that fried rice, okay? And it's like we're getting a brand new meal tonight. Some new flavors, some old flavors. Nothing wrong with leftovers. And I'm going to get some garlic. If I had some ginger, I'd even add the ginger in there as well. There we go. Chicken done. Let's get our onions here. I'm just going to use these red onions. I'm not going to get out a brand new yellow because I have all those fajita veg already, but I'm going to get it started up. Great. Onion. I'm going to get a clove of garlic. Quick little clove of garlic. Welcome everyone to the live stream. We've got dinner with leftovers going on right now. Chicken, rice, vegetable. And I'm looking and I found the clove of garlic, so this is great. Get that in. Our pan is warming up, so that's nice. Let's get the garlic. There we go. Just like that. One, I'm just going to slice. Nothing fancy. Okay, ingredients. Actually, I was going to say ingredients ready. I was celebrating early. Let's get that chicken as well. I want this chicken all diced up. The veggies are not going to be diced up. Good. A little bit more. whatever chicken we have. Again, this is almost like a fridge cleanup day. Going into Saturday, I don't want to have anything in the fridge that we don't need, as we're going to have a big, massive turkey on Saturday. We're going to be cooking live. It's going in the oven, but then we're going to prepare everything else on that day for what we need. Okay, now we're set. Let's bring this over. Still hot. We've got to be careful there. Let's make sure that is in the frame, and make sure that the frame is set up nice so we can see that. Let's check the camera, guys. This is the live stream camera operator solo. So let's bring that in a little bit closer. You can see exactly what's going on, okay? Let's get some oil in that pan. We'll opt for olive oil tonight. Okay, let's get the onion in. We don't need that heat flaming to start. I just want to get the onions and the garlic started off all by their lonesome. Okay? All by their lonesome in that oil. Okay, let's crack the window. I have a feeling that smoke alarm is going to want to get going tonight. Go. Make sure they're all covered in that oil. And we are, in fact, going to re-season as well. We always need some fresh seasoning in there. We'll use the wood tonight. We're using the wood. Okay. Onions, garlic, nice, soft. Look at that. All of a sudden, we have a heck of a lot of chicken. I didn't realize that. But we're doing it tonight. Let's get the extra veg in there. I might have a leftovers of the leftovers. We'll see. We're going to refire everything here. And then last in, I'm going to make the fried rice, okay? So we're just reheating that. Let's get some spice. So this is, I still have the leftover spice that I used. Chipotle spice, a little bit extra. Boom. The leftover. So I don't have the heat turned up or cranked up all the way here. I'm not trying to burn anything. Just bring it up slowly. I'm okay with that. Okay, that's good. Give that a minute or two. Just like that. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Pie crust, already done. You probably saw the title of the show, wondering what the heck? We've already got our 2 pie crusts done. Okay? 2 nice sized pie crusts. 2 more in the freezer. They'll be ready to bake a pie on Christmas Day. I still haven't decided yet. Either sweet potato pie, apple pie. I was thinking pumpkin pie or a sugar pie. Sugar pie is a popular one out here. Sugar pie, pecans in there, sweet. Always a fan favorite, the sugar pie. Some would say it's similar to a butter tart. Pretty close. We're rocking. We're rocking on the leftover dinner. I'm going to bring out the big bowl tonight. Well, let's say it's the mini bowl. It's not the big bowl. Lied a little bit right there. Let's throw in just a pinch of salt. Not even a quarter teaspoon, okay? Boom! Let's go a little bit more pepper. Boom! And, I mean, why not? Why not? A little extra celery salt. Bam! For Emerald. One of his favorites right there. That's one of his favorites. The celery salt. Always goes over well. Oh, did I lose an onion? Lost an onion, darn it. We're not losing the onion. It's a nice one. Staying right back in the pan. Okay. Nice. Refired. Refired. Excellent. Let's bring that out. Now, onto the chicken. We're going to refire that, reseason a little bit more olive oil. Give that a moment. Coat it. In goes the chicken. Nice. And we're going to reseason here as well. Touch more olive oil on there. Okay. Bring that up too. Excellent. So I'm going to add the chicken to the veg, and then I'm going to make the fried rice. Get into that fantastic dinner. Spice, boom. Pinch of salt, boom. A little bit more heat with the pepper, boom. And then for emerald, the celery salt. Bam! Nice. Looking forward to the fried rice. It was great the other night. Okay, I'll bring out a knob of butter as well. Add the knob of butter to the fried rice. Chicken is smelling dynamite right now, guys. Dynamite. There we go. That'll be sufficient on the butter. I got a thin one there. My gosh. Got a thin one on that. It's good. Okay, chicken. Let's go ahead and add the chicken right in to those veggies. I'm going to give those a nice toss, and I'm using the same pan for everything. I want all the flavors. Okay, I want all the flavors. Let's get the oil. Get our egg first. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Pie crust done. Okay, pie crust is done in the fridge, all ready for Christmas Day. We're now on to our dinner from leftovers. So we're starting with the egg, making a nice little fried rice over here. Just let that get started. We're not fully cooking it. We're not looking for scrambled here. Getting the rice ready. So this rice now that I made a cup is, or 2 cups I think it was, it's lasted a long time. So there, egg's good. So let's just get that started up. Nice. And then we're going to add the rice right in. Perfect. Let's get that rice right in. Good. Add in our butter, ever we can, from that board. Fry it all. Nice. We're going to add in some flavor, and then add in the chicken. Add in the vegetables. Just give that a moment. Just a touch of the spice. Boom. Be a great leftover dinner. Or I should say, the dinner is going to be great from leftovers. Nice on the fried rice, like that. Now, just a touch, splash of Worcestershire, splash of soy, oh yeah, the smell that's coming from that. It's good. Using the day-old rice, it's fantastic. Okay, let's get some of our chicken and veg in there. Back in, I should say. Get some more veg on there. Look at that. What a stir fry this is turning into be. One big bowl with still enough left for another meal. Our chicken is done well. It's lasted a long time. I had the spinach. Let's get the spinach in there too. We're not leaving anything out. So we've done pie crust and we've done leftovers into a dinner, and then we're all set. Bring it all together here. Chicken, stir fry, nice fried rice. We've got a lot of flavor in this dish tonight. A lot of flavor. Spice is done. Everything's done. Just like that. We're going to have this meal in about 2 minutes. A quick wipe down. We'll bring our bowl over. We're going to pile it high and deep. Chicken stir fry from leftovers. All came together nice. A lot of flavor. Let's give one more splash of soy. One more splash of Worcestershire. Emerald has his own homemade Worcestershire sauce. That's another step to do that one, and I didn't have that one in me tonight. First to go and watch it, check the recipe, see if I've got the ingredients. In fact, I think I could have added in a jalapeno. I think I had jalapeno here. That's good. Heat off. We'll unplug, and we'll be ready to plate. Plate the leftover dinner just like that. Okay, let's move that aside, right to the edge. Bring in our plate. Let's see if we can, I don't think I have a board to be able to use right now. We might be able to use this one. Just so it's not sitting there on the countertop. How about that? We'll use the other side of this. Just like that, right there. Dinner from leftovers, pie crust done. What a meal. That is a meal and a half, what is coming out of this pan. Look at that. Get it all. Get all that nice rice. Wow. Made it. Another winning recipe from leftovers. That's it, guys, right there. Ooh, it smells delicious. That really does. Let's take a quick photo. We'll test it. Bulaki, welcome, welcome. I did the pie crust. I've got the leftover recipe right here. Done and done. I'm just taking a quick photo or two. And we're set. Yeah, thanks everybody who's tuned in tonight. That's it. Chicken stir fry from leftovers. I'll bring up the pie crust since we had the pie crust done. We made it. 2 are ready to go. Right there. Boom, number 1. Boom, number 2. Pie crust ready. Chicken stir fry from leftovers. Boom! All set to go. We did it. We got it all done. So welcome everybody to the live stream who's been watching. Our pie crust, our leftovers. So tonight, let's try it. I'm using a spoon. not a fork. Thanks, Blackie, appreciate it. Let's try out our chicken stir fry. It looks like it wants to burn me again. I mean, it's steaming. Still steaming. This isn't the first time, so I'm going in. Yup. Boom! Wow. So, I still have leftover chipotle spice that I mixed on the live last week. I added some more salt, pepper, celery salt, Worcestershire, and a little bit of soy sauce. This is freaking dynamite. The fried rice got better than the other day. I didn't think I was going to make a better one the other day, but this is it. Wow. All right, everybody, that's it. Chicken stir fry from leftovers. Pie crust ready for Saturday's Christmas edition, where I'll be doing full Christmas dinner. I'm going to have an agenda. I'm going to show you how I work the clock. Basically work backwards from the time that everyone wants to eat full dinner to appetizers, to what time the turkey needs to come out of the oven, what time the turkey needs to go in the oven, what time the pie needs to go in. I need to make the pie, appetizers, veggies, potatoes, the breads. It's going to be a full day live stream on Saturday, likely about 5 hours. So I may be starting around 10 a.m. Eastern time, maybe even 9, all the way through until everything is ready so we can dine for our Christmas dinner number 2. Yeah, I'll never be able to say Worcestershire. I've tried. Worcestershire. I still can't get it out. I can't get it out. I'm going to try though. All right, everybody, that's it for tonight's live stream. Thanks everybody who tuned in and watched. Thanks for watching on the replay. If you watched on the replay this far, appreciate you. All the subscribers, fantastic. Everybody who's liking the streams, love you all. Thanks. Until next time. Boom! Uncle Drew out. I've got to hit the button now. I've got to hit the exit button. It's on the other side. Well, we made it. You have a trick for it, Blackie? Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. Tell me what the trick is. I'll have another bite here while you're typing. That's so good. That is so good. I'm going to come back for the rest of the chicken later. The rice, though, I should have just cooked it all. That was a waste right there. Didn't realize I left some out. Worcestershire. Some Worcestershire. Some Worcestershire sauce. Some Worcestershire. Did I say it correctly there? Some Worcestershire? I'll keep saying it, Worcestershire. I tried. I'll see if I can improve upon it for the next time that I use it. Worcestershire. I'll keep trying it. All right, everybody, that's it. Uncle Drew out. Boom. I'm coming around the other side. I'm going for the exit. I want to eat. Boom. Thanks again.